What about now? Sound now? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you can hear me. No, still no sound? Nothing? Okay. Now. Sound now? Yeah. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying. Hey, so were you so testing 1, 2, 3? Let me know if you hear me. It's just now playing. Okay, so did the first one work or no? Yes, sound. Okay, was there sound the first time? You have to turn yours down, honey. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to get a new mic. It didn't work out for us. Um, so let me know. Audio is okay. Is it crackly or choppy or anything like that? I was working on a 12th house reading today, and it was weird because like when I recorded it, it sounded fine. There wasn't any crackling or any background interference. And then when I went to upload it, it just crackled really bad, like there was something wrong with my mic. And I thought, oh my gosh. So I got another one and it doesn't work. But the old mic is back on and it's working. Sound is clear. Okay, I have no idea. I'm telling you guys, freaking Mercury Smurkery for real. We're gonna have to leave extra early on our trip. I know that the app tells me that my trip's only gonna be 5 hours, but I feel like I don't know. Mercury's been messing me so bad. We better leave like 3 hours early or some craziness, right? Tell me, has it been messing with you guys? Have you guys been dealing with any Mercury retrograde energies? Any technical malfunctions? Sweet. I'm glad it's working. And I do see that we're everywhere. I see everybody on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Facebook, Michelle, welcome. All right. So what I was saying when we started is we're gonna do a relationship spread. This is actually a relationship reading that I offer in my there we go. In my Etsy shop. So if it's something that you like and you want to get your own personal one, you can go over to my Etsy shop, and link is always in the description box to purchase this reading. All right, but my plan is to do a collective one tonight. All right, so first let me tell you why we're doing this. One, I had to reschedule some stuff this week, so I do still plan on doing our zodiac sign readings. I plan on doing that early Thursday morning. Um, One-on-ones, we are now fully booked all the way until about a week after I come back. I'm actually not going to take any more one-on-ones until I believe I had it set for the 29th, and I believe that's a Friday. Um, Let's see. Etsy sale is done. So thank you everyone who participated. I love you guys so much. You definitely made this trip possible for me. So thank you, thank you. The bundle sale is continuing and it will continue throughout the rest of the year. So what I decided to do tonight was, because I feel like we're kind of all dealing with this energy, is I want us to look at our relationships and our relationships with our significant others. So I'm going to say this: if you're single and you don't want any spiritual advice on relationships, then tonight may not be your reading, right? If you're happily taken and you have no problems in your relationships, congratulations, pat yourselves on the back. Again, this reading may not be needed, right? But if you're like the majority of the entire freaking world right now, you could be experiencing some relationship turbulence with your significant other, right? So that is what I plan on talking about tonight. So what I did was is one, I love the TikTok guys. I'm totally obsessed. I get in trouble all the time. Spirits like getting on to me about time management. Apparently, only like an hour in the morning is sufficient. I don't think so, but whatever. Anyway, so when I was noticing there's like this trend right now on social media, and it's really pinning like women against men or men against women, right? For a couple of different reasons, but we're not going to get into all of that. I know that's something that like is kind of normal. I mean, I don't know. But it seems definitely like more so right now, especially, today is the 19th, guys. So Pluto has made that transition. So Pluto is now in Aquarius. And it's definitely like a changing of guards energy. It's an end of an era energy. But because we have some other factors, some other things influencing us at this time, I feel like that's why we're kind of picking up on this relationship type of turbulence, right? So what I did was is I went through and I looked at a couple different articles that were posted in just some regular magazines that we all look at, like People Magazine, Time Magazine, that type of stuff. And again, I found what I did is I Googled searched and I found a few different articles talking about the current state of relationships, in the world today. And these are the top things that I have found that are influencing relationships. So the first one was definitely the political climate. I know that like I'm here in Kentucky in the US and we have people that watch from all around the world. So I know it's weird to think that our election or our voting or who we choose for president is going to affect other people in the world, but it does actually a whole lot, right? So that climate in itself, that energy has some tension in itself. And so I feel like that alone is like like the cloud over everything at this point. We also have, I put sentiments on Trump because I'm definitely noticing a strong, um, like, uprise with people that are upset with Trump or don't like him, that type of energy. And really just, I guess, upset with the, election and the outcome. So I'm just definitely seeing like a rise in people kind of bashing either, people that support him or him in general. And one thing that I'm really noticing, and I've actually noticed it in one-on-ones with you guys, is if you have a household where one person voted one way and another person voted another way, that's definitely causing some pretty serious tensions in relationships, right? And then economic stress, because really, if we all got together, we would realize that who cares who we voted for? We all actually have the same needs and the same like wants and desires. Like we all want to be able to spend more time with our families and make decent money and not have to pay taxes till we're dead, right? Like that's everybody's goal. So it's like if we all just stopped arguing about who was voting for who, we would be able to, what I'm saying, like actually come up with some solutions. But I feel like again, that's what politics is made for. It's definitely just to kind of split and cause division. But the economic stress that we're all experiencing, the whole world is experiencing right now, is definitely a factor in our relationships. And I feel like that's something we can kind of all agree on. Like, I bet if there, I didn't look it up, but I bet there's a statistic somewhere that's going to say that, money and finances, economic stress is going to be like top of the whatever for anytime there's like, any type of tension or stress in relationships. I feel like that's just kind of number one. And then we have the pressures of the holiday season upon us. So not only do we have all of this energy going on, but we also have, Thanksgiving, when we're going to have to gather around, and everybody knows that Thanksgiving is already stressful, but now we have this election topic that everybody is going to want to bring up, right? So with all of these energies, okay, with all of this stuff that's happening, it definitely can cause some tension and some pressure in relationships. So here are some things that I feel are going to be super important as you're going through this energy. So, open dialogue, being able to communicate with one another is going to definitely be key, right? Empathy is going to help you get through these very challenging energies. And shared coping strategies. I feel like that was my favorite. Shared coping strategies can definitely help you navigate through these challenges together. All right, so now I'm going to tell you what the reading looks like. All right, so in the relationship spread, I look at the person that's receiving the reading, um, how they perceive his or herself. Again, we're going to do this as a collective reading, So what does that mean? People are like, what does that mean, Rosa, when you're saying collective? Okay, we all are a part of a collective energy. Some people really enjoy knowing that and use it to their benefit. And some people, not so much. Like some people don't want to be a part of the collective. Some people feel like the collective is challenging for them in their own journey because they want to like refuse that energy or say, like, I'm not a part of that. And then they don't understand how come they're dealing with the same, situations or the same energies. So the collective can definitely be, like a struggle in some situations. Again, this is really honestly like I'm not, this isn't like a um, current energy reading. It's going to be a love relationship spread for the collective. So what that means is that some of the cards will definitely like hit home really strongly. And then some of the cards may not. Like some of it may feel like, oh yes, that's spot on. And some of it may feel like I'm not really dealing with that. Like especially like let's say if you're single or you're not in the current um physical 3D relationship with someone. All right. So the person receiving the reading, how you perceive yourself, the person receiving the reading, how you view your partner, the current situation surrounding the relationship, the person's needs in the relationship, what the person means to his or her partner, problems and difficulties in the relationships, the strong points of the relationship, and what will potentially happen in the relationship. And then I'm going to close it out with some love activation oracle. So that is the plan for tonight. Dream sequence. Sandra says, I was born on the cusp of a revolution. Sounds like a song. All right, so I am using the Heal Yourself reading card. So, I mean, just get ready to get to the nitty gritty because, that's what we do here. All right, so I'm looking at the energy for those of us watching the reading. Ooh, we got the twin flame card. It's the number 11. It says, take off your mask. How many of you feel like Spirit's been asking you to be more vulnerable and be more authentic? Or how many of you feel like Spirit's been asking you to share with others what you have experienced or what you've went through? Let me know. Because that's what take your mask off is. It's about not pretending that something is one way when it's actually another. It's about being authentic. And I know that's been the case for me. Like that's the lesson I've been getting. So here's something else that I learned in this process. In order to be authentic, you have to be vulnerable. It's like you can't have one without the other. Michelle says loud and clear. Yes, definitely. Hi, Victoria. Let's do the chat overlay, and then maybe we'll, I don't know, like maybe we'll, I feel like this is one of those lives where I'm allowed to look at the comments. All right, and I am going to clarify. I'm going to use the Enchanted Soul to clarify, but I'm going to pull a few more cards before we start clarifying. All right, so those of us receiving the reading, watching the reading, we perceive ourselves as take off your mask. So we feel that we're hiding something, or we're not ready to be vulnerable. We're not ready to tell people what we went through. We could also feel too, like, I mean, this is a relationship reading. So I'm just saying we could feel too, like maybe the other person thinks this of us, like that we need to take some mask off. All right. How those of us watching the reading view our partner. How those of us watching the reading view our partner. I love that the home card came out. So for those of you in relationships, or those of you that may be using this reading for a different person or another situation, the home card is going to be big confirmations, right? The home feeling. But I think what it is in the collective relationship reading is this is about, okay, so in the book for the Heal Yourself reading cards, it talks about how in the home card, the lady is rearranging all of her furniture in her home. She keeps moving pictures around, and she keeps, like, you know, trying to clean up and tidy up. And the point is that she's trying to recreate a happier time. She's trying to recreate a happier time. So tell me in the comments, how many of you feel like you have been feeling some tensions or some stresses, like we talked about at the beginning, and you've been, you know, here's what I did. Are y'all ready? I started Christmas decorating. What was it, honey? 2 weeks ago? Like a week ago? A week ago, maybe? But yeah, I'm just saying. It's November 19th. We haven't even had Thanksgiving, but like I was ready. I wanted to do stuff and see stuff. Here's what happened, y'all. The TikTok got me, and I seen that there was this trend where you could, you know, people were going out and they were getting ribbon and putting on their kitchen cabinets with big bows in the middle. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. It's so simple. It's so inexpensive. Ran to the first Dollar Tree I could find and started to get all the things, right? So it is this energy of just trying to like pick up the spirits, trying to, I feel like we're just trying to get out of the heaviness and the tension that we've kind of all been feeling. You know what I'm trying to say? All right, let's look at the current situation surrounding the relationship. For some of you, this could have something to do with old letters, old messages. It looks like she has a piece of paper, and in the background, you can see some writing like on an old piece of paper. All right, the current situation surrounding the relationship. Well, look at that. Well, this is good. Super good. We have help from above. I do see the temptation card, and I do feel it's very possible that some of us are dealing with temptation. I see say what you mean on the bottom. So the temptation card talks about being frustrated. It talks about wanting to go back to like the old way of doing things. again, it's that comfort zone, right? It's like wanting to go back to what makes us comfortable. Victoria, hello. All right, I'm going to use the Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. Let's look at the take off your mask. So this is how the person receiving the reading perceives themselves. A Seven of Swords, you could feel like you're hiding something or you're not telling whole truths. I think that's it, right? Not telling whole truths. Four of Coins comes out. Four of Coins is about holding on to something too tightly. When we see Four of Coins energy, it talks about a flow of energy. Like energy is always supposed to be in movement. Energy is always supposed to be moving and in a flow of some sort. And so when we hold on to something, we're restricting the flow. So it's like we are causing ourselves resistance. So if like our soul is on this, path, this journey, then it's like we're not on the path of least resistance, right? Because we're holding on to something and we're causing resistance. So Four of Coins, holding on to something too tightly. Seven of Coins is the waiting card. Waiting card. Ace of Wands is on the bottom. Ace of Wands is fate, destiny. So some of you could feel like you're holding on to something because you're waiting for something else to happen, or maybe you're waiting for something to happen before you feel like you can be authentic. The Seven of Coins card is kind of throwing me off a little bit. It shows this tractor plowing through the field. Harvest, patience, reward. I am kind of getting that energy like holding on to something, like scared to let something go. But the Seven of Coins, the Harvest card, is like you're scared to let something go because you know that it's going to have some positive outcome. The Seven of Coins is the card that says you're almost there. Because remember, the Eight of Coins is the you're almost there card. So the Seven of Coins is you're almost there. So it's almost like you know something. You have some inner knowing. I'm also hearing that message. How's it go? Like we've come too far to turn back now. I'm definitely getting that as well. All right, so how you view your partner, the home card. So it's definitely giving soulmate energy. It's definitely giving partnership energy. It's definitely giving like we're making a home together energy. But in the book, it does talk about trying to recreate a happier time. Trying to recreate a happier time. We have Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is new communication, new clarity, and new understanding. Ten of Cups is your happy home, happy family card. Look at this. And Four of Wands comes out. Four of Wands is the 1111. It's manifestation, it's firm foundation, financial security. So with the home card, the moving of the furniture, trying to recreate a happier time, but then we see the Ace of Swords. It's like you could be trying to learn how to communicate in different ways. You could be trying to think of new ways to bring happiness into a home situation. And I do see the Devil card, Capricorn energy. So far, that's the first major arcana we've seen, and it does speak on karmic ties, karmic lessons, breaking free from unhealthy energy. It also talks about the hard work put in to break free from toxicity and karmic energies. All right, so the current situation surrounding the relationship is most likely the temptation, but I definitely enjoy seeing the help from above. So it's like you're not doing something alone. So you could be experiencing something right now where you're just like, this isn't my normal comfort zone. And that makes a lot of sense with all the energies, all the cosmic influences that we're experiencing. So it's like, you could just be feeling like, man, I just want to go back to how I used to do things. Maybe I wasn't the most comfortable there, but at least I knew what to expect, right? All right, so we have Ten of Wands coming out. Ten of Wands is about heavy burdens, struggling, duty, obligation. Eight of Wands is here. Eight of Wands is about sudden changes, quick information. And Two of Coins is here. Two of Coins is that energy that's very much a lack energy. And it's saying that you feel like things are spread too thin. There's not enough of something. You could be feeling like you're being pulled in too many directions yourself. And we see the Strength card on the bottom, Leo energy. All right, so now I'm going to look at how the person receiving the reading, what are your needs in the relationship? What are your needs in this relationship? We have the Beauty card. The Beauty card could definitely be something about seeing your worth, seeing your value. You could feel that your partner doesn't see your value or your worth. Again, the clock is sticking out to me, so there could be something about waiting for something, trying to be patient in some energy. Let's look at what their needs are. Paying attention to the signs comes out. I do see the sexual arts card on the bottom. So the sexual arts card talks about learning how to be intimate in other ways, other than physical um, connection. So pay attention to the signs coming out for the partner. It's like for those of you receiving the reading, it's like you could feel that maybe your value isn't being seen or isn't being appreciated. That could be as well. But for your partner's need, it's like they could be showing signs of something. They could be trying to talk to you or communicate about something. Maybe something that they're dealing with, something that they're in fear of or worried about, and it's definitely giving this energy like this person is focused on this energy and this person is focused on this energy. We're not going to get really far if we continue the path this way, right? Like we have to have the empathy and we need to be able to understand how the other side or how the other person is feeling. All right, let's pull a little more tarot. All right, so the Beauty card, your needs in this relationship. The Moon, your feelings, your fears. Judgment, your purpose. And the Magician. Look at all these major arcanas coming out. And we really didn't see any on that top row. So Spirit definitely stepping in. This even could have something to do with spiritual needs or spiritual value. You have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There definitely could be some Mercury energy, but that's going to be Virgo. Your feelings, emotions, intuition, your purpose, your calling. It could be here something about turning the tables, taking action. Resourcefulness. Focus, manifestation. All right, let's look at the partner's needs. So for those of you in the relationship, your partner's relationship needs, pay attention to the signs came out. So it's like they could be trying to warn you, they could be trying to show you something's wrong, they could be trying to communicate. We have King of Coins coming out. It could have something to do with finances. It could have something to do with that. Um, it's masculine energy, so it's the protect and provide energy. Eight of Coins comes out. It's gonna have something to do with work, job, money. The words apprenticeship, craftsmanship, and hard work are on here. And temperance. Temperance is also coming out. Ace of Wands is also here. I did notice the word discipline. Um, this could be like a message. So it could be like saying, pay attention to the signs as divine masculine is stepping up into some role, as they're stepping up into some apprenticeship or gaining discipline as they go through their healing journey, or as they go through dark night of the soul, or as they come out of dark night of the soul. And, you know, as they start healing, it's definitely what I'm getting with the temperance card. Balance, harmony, and calm. I split it at Ace of Wands in the Sun. All right, now I'm going to look at what you mean to your partner. What you mean to your partner. I have the wild card coming out. And discover your life purpose on the bottom. So the wild card actually has a really specific meaning. It says that a lot of times when we feel this energy to surge forward, or this passion or drive to go after something, that we kind of suppress that energy. And we do this because, you know, it doesn't fit into, like, you know, the normal societal norms, right? And in the book, the Heal Yourself reading card, the wild card actually says, whatever that wild energy is, Spirit gave it to you. And Spirit gave you that energy so that you could use that energy. So you're not supposed to actually suppress anything that's causing you like a pull, a drive, a passion towards something. You're supposed to follow that energy. You're never supposed to push it down and be like, no, you can't have this thing, right? All right, let's look at what they mean to you. So what does your partner mean to the person getting the reading? Unleash your creativity comes out. Procrastination is on the bottom. Wow, some of you could feel like your partner is procrastinating, following their purpose. Creativity is what Spirit gives you to follow purpose. And you can see the tools Some of you could feel like, you see how she's holding her head? So some of you could feel that your partner is struggling to use their own tools or implement their own tools. Tim, hello. All right, let's look at the wild card. So this is how your partner, or what you mean to your partner. The Lovers comes out. Six of Swords comes out. And Eight of Swords comes out. So the Lovers is when you choose to love and heal yourself. The Six of Swords is about being guided to calmer waters. Eight of Swords is about breaking free from a restriction. So what they mean to you, or like what you mean to them, could have something to do with following your own purpose, with maybe they're watching you heal, maybe they're watching you choose to love and heal and replenish yourself. But I think it's something about being courageous enough to follow your guidance, to follow your purpose, to break free from self restrictions. I mean, that would make a lot of sense if you're having a spiritual awakening for your partner to see you that way. All right. How you see them unleash your creativity. You could feel that. I feel like you feel that they're having a spiritual awakening, that they're gaining higher knowledge or attaining higher knowledge, higher wisdom. But there's definitely an issue here with the tools. It's like being able to use the tools, being able to implement the tools. It's like we all can learn something, but until we're using it in our day-to-day practices, it's that type of energy. I see the Strength card. I'm going to take it. I see the Six of Wands at the Victory, and I see the Seven of Wands. So King of Cups is on the bottom, kind of a clue card, right? For divine masculine. Um, it's about having control of your emotions. So the Strength card is here, and that could be what's happening with divine masculine. I mean, that's what could be what's happening with your partner. It's like they could be going through some struggle where they're, we talked about again all those things that are influencing relationships at this time. It's like they could be going through that type of struggle where they feel that way. The Strength card, Leo energy, says they're really having to dig deep. The Seven of Wands says they're having to fight for something. They're having to fight for something. The Six of Wands says that they're victorious. This could also have something to do with perseverance, like continuing something, like continuing to be victorious. All right, let's look at problems and difficulties in the relationship. Problems and difficulties in the relationship. Look at this. The Rejection card comes out right away. The Sexual Arts card comes out right away. And the Hole in the Soul card. I'm going to take all three of them. Soulmate would have been on the bottom. So some of you could definitely be in a soulmate relationship. Here's the thing about soulmate relationship. Let's talk about it. Ready? So three different types of relationships. There's twin flame, which is why most of us are here. It's a type of spiritual awakening. It means that you went through this type of experience and it catapulted your spiritual awakening. That's it. That's what a twin flame journey is, right? You have soulmate. Those are going to be equal partners. Um, I always say like, what's the equal partner? How does it go again? I water you, you water me, and we grow together. Equal partnership, equal effort. There's karmic energies. Karmic energies are challenging, difficult life lessons. For most of you having a spiritual awakening, you're not connected to karmic energies. And if you were connected to karmic energies, you have been pulled away from those karmic energies, right? You've experienced tower moments. And if you haven't, then you're experiencing the tower moments now, right? Because Spirit's asking you to protect your energies and not be around certain types of energies, right? So I want to say, like with the soulmate, I feel like there's, we want to put such a fairy tale spin on everything. And we want to pretend that, like, oh, if you find your best partner or your most um, close matching partner, then you're never going to have any problems and the relationship's super smooth and everything's great. You're just going to smile out your butthole all the time, right? Like, no, none of that's true. I don't even know why I said it like that, but whatever. But it's like none of that's true, right? Like you're going to experience challenges. You're going to experience things just like other people experience. The difference between a soulmate and even your twin and even a karmic is that a soulmate wants the same outcome. That's it. A soulmate wants the same outcome, and they want to work just as much as you do to get to that outcome, right? All right, so the rejection card is that card like, I don't want you, but no one else can have you, that type of energy. I always notice the cobweb like attached from him to her. Sexual arts, we've seen that earlier, and it is that card that says there needs to be other forms of intimacy. Need to learn how to have other forms of intimacy. I'm getting a lot of like 5D energy. I feel like I always do with that specific card. And that's more about like spiritual connection, right? Instead of physical body connection. A hole in the soul is here. Hole in the soul does talk about like feeling like something's missing or you're longing for something. I think the reason that we're seeing this card, I know the reason I've been seeing this card is because Spirit's been telling me like it's very important we understand that we're whole. Like we're a whole being all on our own. We have a whole soul. And I know that like you hear other readers, especially twin flame readers, that will talk about like split souls, or half your soul is here and another half is there, and you're waiting to meet this other half. It's going to magically like match up to yours. I don't even understand. I don't know why why they would have that idea or notion out in the world. But I do feel like Spirit's been teaching me like I'm whole and I need to heal my whole self, right? In order to be in a healed relationship with two whole people. Here's another way. Here's a good way. Ready? Hi, Sherry. Okay, so here's one that I like that I see often. You know how people always say a relationship is 50-50. Have you guys heard that? A relationship is 50-50. No, it's not. No, I mean, have mercy. No, it's not. A relationship is 100-100, right? Like that, a relationship is two whole people giving their whole efforts. Okay. Now, is it possible that some days, you don't feel good? Somebody's got to pick up the slack. They don't feel good. You got to pick up. Yes, absolutely. But every single day, you should be coming at your relationship 100%, both sides. It should never be 50-50. Like that's BS. I've never understood that. But I think that's what whole in the soul is about. Like you're whole on your own, and it's our responsibility to heal ourselves. Like it's not your responsibility to heal your partner, and it's not your partner's responsibility to heal you. That is the message that I'm getting loud and clear. All right, now I'm gonna look at what is the potential, or what could potentially happen. What could potentially happen in this relationship or with this relationship. And then I'm going to pull a power of love activation to close it out. And I think I will offer some card pulls. So if anybody wants their own power of love activation. All right, what will potentially happen in this relationship? We have cycles coming out. We have the selling out card coming out, and we do have the letting go card coming out. On the bottom, say what you mean. All right, so let's clarify this row, and let's look at cycles. The cycles card talks about needing to close out old chapters, old cycles. It does talk about waiting patiently as old cycles and chapters close out. We have the justice card coming out. So it does say a great injustice has been done, and it does say the scales need to be balanced. We also see the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is the reunion card. It talks about memory, childhood, past influences, and we have Page of Wands. And Page of Wands represents spiritual awakening, your soul's journey. For the selling out card, I see Five of Coins. Five of Coins is, it talks about financial hardship, abandonment, struggle, isolation. Nine of Swords is here, and Three of Cups is here. Nine of Swords is processing trauma. Three of Cups can be soul tribe, soul family. It could also be third party. And letting go. The Star comes out. Queen of Wands comes out, and Page of Cups comes out. The High Priestess is on the bottom. The High Priestess says that you already know. You can already see where the journey will take you. I think for many of you, you're healing together. And you could be two people that struggle to process your trauma when it comes to abandonment, rejection, or even codependency. I do feel that in this relationship, you're going to get the opportunity to give yourself a clean slate, to heal from something. This could definitely be like generational trauma, generational curses. The Star is like bright hope for your future, bright hope for your future. And Queen of Wands talks about being confident in yourself. It also talks about kindness. And then the Page of Cups is here. So Page of Cups is an offer. It is an offer of love. There's message, love, dreamer. And for some of you, Page of Cups could definitely be an apology. An apology. Say what you mean is here. So it's like what could be the most helpful in this entire situation, if this relationship reading resonated for you, is a simple apology. All right, let's pull Power of Love activation. All right, guys, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you guys want a Power of Love activation card. Dream Sequence says yes, no codependency. I felt it as soon as I turned it over. I got a little sketchy until we got the Hope card. When I seen the Star, I was like, oh. All right, Power of Love activation. Look at this, harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. That's the Libra justice energy as well. Compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love and freedom. You are releasing any self imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. And here it is, really on the bottom, ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike, and you learn to love them all as lessons. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Hope that was helpful. Let me clean up really quickly, and then I'll come back and we'll pull some card pulls out of the Power of Love activation. These are by James Van Praagh. This is the same person who made the Talking to Heaven Oracle. The Power of Love activation was gifted to me by Miss L. One of my absolutely favorite oracle sets, because I feel like that's kind of what's happening to all of us in this journey, right? Is a love activation. It's a heart activation. And I'll pull the heal yourself reading cards up. Those are tough, right? Like those are, um, I don't know, they're extra. You really got to be ready for some accountability when it comes to the heal yourself reading cards. All right. Sandra, welcome. I am a survivor. Welcome. Is there someone named I'm a survivor? I gotta go look now. You're telling me to go check it out. And are you taking celebrity questions? So now my question is, did he have a question about a celebrity? Or was that a celebrity wanting to know if they could ask a question? Sandra walked away from the karmic energies. Same. Tim, I have been facing this kind of challenge today. How come I don't see a... Oh, I see it. Clarissa! I knew. I knew the spirit was telling me to go look. I am a survivor. I love it. Dream Sequence says, keep seeing that card. Hi, Vanessa. An apology. Are you talking about the Page of Cups? I have two. I have two. And I'm not a fan of I'm sorry's. I'm definitely a fan of change behavior. Change behavior, right? Like when I if I when I'm super stubborn, but it's like as soon as I figure out like, oh, I've been doing this wrong and this is not right of me. I mean I feel like I'll say I'm sorry, but I feel like I just want to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want to do that no more. Um you know what I mean? Change behavior. And I think that's really like where we're all headed. Like I feel like we're all kind of getting sick of people saying they're sorry, and then like the action stays the same. So it's like we just want to see change behavior. That's definitely going to be like the new go-to, right? All right. So I'm gonna start with Clarissa. I'm not making a list or anything, guys, so I don't want to bombard my moderators. I'm so glad they were able to come in and hang out. Tim said my first Oracle deck was Heal Yourself. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's a challenging one. It is a challenging one for sure. Um, Not to read or anything like that. It's just it really makes you like, reflect, look within, and really, see some stuff, right? All right, Clarissa, I thought the live went on commercial break. This is nice. I do have commercials. We are monetized, so you can hit the skip button. I tell everybody like it's okay. I'm not gonna get upset. We still get paid for the 5 seconds. If you're ever watching PLR and you just kind of want to let those commercials play out, I mean, by all means, go ahead, go ahead. We definitely get paid. You can tell in the analytics, like there's a quite a difference from when the skip button is hit and when it's, when it just plays out. But sometimes, like, I'll be watching, like, we'll do a live, and then the next day I usually watch the live. But it's like I'll be watching it, and some of the commercials are like long. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what? They're not paying us that much for this commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But yeah, and then like sometimes I feel like it doesn't let me skip, and all of our commercials are supposed to be skippable. Like there's a little button that we have to push, to like set like how we want the commercials to go. And there's different kinds that you can pick, but the best one for the viewer, of course, is the skippable ad, right? And it's like that's how it's supposed to be. So I remember I was watching, I want to say it was Sunday night's Love and Astrology, and it was like I turned it on, it was like a freaking 5-minute commercial. I was like, what in the world? But cha-ching. I know it's a love hate thing. All right, Clarissa, here is your love activation card pool. Expression. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. Ooh, I feel like you've already been doing that. I feel like I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I know you. Um, but I feel like you have been seeing. I feel like I even seen a post about this. Girl, have mercy. But I feel like you've been seeing yourself manifest things like drop of a dime, like instantaneously. um there's something about turning that into acts of love, which again I feel like you're already doing that. It's like you're using, and I just want to say this message is for everybody. This is not just for Clarissa, okay? Because this is a message that I've been hearing strongly in the collective. Okay, so we have definitely went through this shift here. We are moving from Pluto to Aquarius. And I know people are like, Rosa, the times are hard. Yes, they are. But we need to ask ourselves, just, I don't know, at the end of this live, like take a few minutes to think of your journey and how far you've come. And then ask yourself, why did Spirit have you awaken when you awakened? Why do you have all this knowledge now as the world is going to whatever and people are stressed out in whatever ways, and now you have this information like, hey, let me help you heal, right? Let me show you how to process your trauma so that you don't have to get stuck in this misery. See, people are awakening all over the world, and they're going to come to those that they knew already awakened, and those that they, lulu la la, and now they're like, oh shit, now they know the answer. Now they know what happened to us, right? And you're going to have all those answers for those people. So it's like, you have to be able to take the abundance that you're about to receive, all of us, every last one of us in here that have been going through this energy, that has been going through this journey, that have been going through this awakening. I don't know. Mine started in like 2015, but we have some people in here that like their journey started in like 2008, right? So it's like you've been doing it the entire time that Pluto's been in Capricorn. So it's like you're going to start to really start to see like physical abundance, physical resources. And I promise you that God has been telling me I am to share that wealth. I am to share those resources. I am to give those resources to those in need. That is exactly what I plan on doing. That's exactly what we're going to do. And that is definitely what I would recommend for you to do as well. Because when you start following your purpose and you start helping other people as they're coming into all this turbulent energy, and you start helping them process all that information, you're going to start to see all of this abundance, and you're going to be able to help so many more people if you allocate, if you spread those resources out, right? All right. I know that was a whole lot, and I just used Clarissa's, but that's just a strong message that Spirit has been sending me, and I just want to make sure that we all understand, because the times of me and mine and greed and selfish, that shit's it's done. It's done. And I know that in some places it may not look like it's done, But I promise you, you will see the cards fall faster now that Pluto is in Aquarius than we've ever seen them fall before. So I highly recommend that we're all on the humanitarian side of things, right? Sandra says, over here keeping my cool, just filing my nails, waiting to share my knowledge. Thank you. Thank you, Carissa. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. All right, let me go pick another one. Let me see. Let me go up here real quick. Let's see. All right, let's do Sherry. Let's do Sherry. All right, Sherry, you got friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love based connections. I'm going to read that one more time. You're able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love based connection. It's definitely screaming out to me soul tribe, soul family. How many of you feel like, and I think it's interesting because it's like as we're experiencing all this Pluto energy and as we're going through the election and everybody fighting with each other, all this nonsense, it's like everybody's clearly like looking for like minds and starting like minds communities, and like they don't, I wouldn't say like some of them are not necessarily doing it for the right reasons, but it's like, when spirit's purpose must be done, it doesn't matter how it gets done. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like that's something that we're, as Pluto's in Aquarius for the next, 19 years or whatever it is, like we're going to see a lot of different groups and communities like rise up, like people start to join a lot more like minded communities and groups. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful, Sherry. I'm a survivor. Your meetings are confirmation. Thank you. All right. Victoria. Let's do Victoria. Just a couple more days, guys. Couple more days. I'm going to be in Missouri. I'm so excited. I honestly don't know what we're going to do. We're totally winging it, but I'm totally okay with it. It's definitely that trust the flow energy, right? All right, Victoria, you got the present card. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Victoria, I see this card a lot when we're struggling with some anxiousness or anxiety, like something's coming up ahead. I'm not sure if you were here at the beginning, but at the beginning of the live, I talked about our collective energies and relationships and the influences that are happening in those relationships right now. And a lot of us are experiencing like anxiety or depression or just lower vibrational energies when it comes to our significant others or that type of intimate relationship. One of the things that spirit tells me all the time, like when I'm pissed off about something that's like already happened, I can't even do nothing about it, it's completely already over with, or like if I'm stressing about something that hasn't happened yet and it's like it may not even happen or go down that way. Do you guys ever do that? Do y'all ever like create a scenario I will create like 45 different scenarios, of like worst case scenarios. And I feel like, oh, well, this way I'm covering all my bases because this way I know plan A, plan B. But, we're not supposed to do that, y'all. We're supposed to definitely be in the present and go with the flow. But spirits has, like, I feel like I've been learning this lesson where when I start to feel this way, Victoria, if I start focusing on the things that are like around me in the present moment, is someone talking to me? Can I focus on their voice? Can I find something to? There's a actual thing you can do with its face, and I forget what all the things are, but like the F is for feeling, the A is for something else, but it's like these little steps that you can do. Find some type of like, I don't want to say coping mechanism because it's just like a little practice that you can do when you're feeling overwhelmed or when you're feeling anxious that can help you be present in the moment. So I would say just look up a couple of those ideas and see if you can find something that suits you that would help you get in the present moment. And if anyone knows of any tips or tricks in the comments, now would be a great time to share, right? All right, Victoria, I hope that was helpful. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up with Sandra. Guys, it's Sandra's birthday in just a couple of days. Sandra's birthday. So if we all want to wish her happy early birthday, I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Thursday. Thursday. I'm actually not gonna get there till Friday. I'm a little sad about it. But it's just the way the schedule has worked out. But it's okay because I feel like she's gonna celebrate on Thursday, and then I'll be there Friday. We'll celebrate some more for the rest of the weekend. It'll be like a whole weekend long party, right? That's a perfect one. I love that. The 5 4 3 2 1 method. Yes. All right, Sandra. You asked for one, right? Did I thought I'd seen one up there where it said you asked for one. I don't want to like accidentally do it, and then it's like, no, I didn't. I feel like I did see it though. All right, say yes so I don't freak out or feel bad. Okay, I see no schedule. Yes, I'm glad we don't have any schedule. It definitely gives me vacation vibes when there's no schedule, right? Sweet, thank you. I feel like I like it better that way. Like I don't want to go with somebody that's like, oh, we have to be here at 2 and we're doing this at 5 and you're gonna do this at, you know what I mean? We gotta get up at the crack of dawn because we gotta be no, like I wanna, I don't know, just like be lazy and lounge and you know what I'm saying? No scheduled vacations. All right, Sandra, here we go. You got self-love. You realize that the love of self is necessary to love another. We're definitely practicing some self love this weekend. Just the fishing alone, right? All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I will be back Thursday during the day. I do plan on doing the zodiac readings Thursday morning. I would say Thursday early morning. If you happen to catch them live and you want to come hang out with me, yay, that's awesome. If you don't catch them live, please don't worry. I'm gonna be doing fire, water, earth, and air. I'm gonna try to do them back to back, and I will put timestamps in the description box at the end when I'm done with all of the live streams. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in and helping and assisting and participating. I hope the information was helpful. I do try to share this stuff so we can all see that we're not alone, right? We're not alone. We're all kind of dealing with the same stuff. All right, guys. I love you all, and I'm sending all of you abundant love and light on your journeys. Have a good night, everyone.